up on perhaps some advice for them young brothers?
Crystal clear. I get it. I mean, I would say this. There are many people who have studied gangs and gang culture. There are books. There are people who have PhDs in this type of organized crime or criminal behavior. And I'm not an expert on the field, but I know friends who are, and I've read some of their books and watched some of their videos. And they basically, all of them agree on one thing. One of the most important reasons or common reasons people join in a gang or want to be tough, want to be a gangster, want to be whatever, real, whatever you call it, is because they're hurting on the inside and they're missing something. That thing could be love, that thing could be attention, that thing could be respect, or that thing could be acceptance. So the first step is for us never ever to deny the reality. You can't say that there's no love and respect in the gangs in the streets. That's not true.
Right.
That's not true. You may get instant respect by doing bad stuff in the streets. And people will love you. And there is relationships. But you got to realize that what you see on the television screen, and I feel that movies are just as harmful, if not more harmful, than music. People always blame raps or rap songs and rappers and hip hop culture, which there is a lot of bad stuff in it, no doubt. But it's deeper than that because the rappers, what are their names? Scarface, Noriega, Escobar, this one, that. When they're trying to be like real life people that were portrayed in movies.
Right.
Corleone, Godfather, so on and so forth. But no one ever says that Marlon Brando is a bad person. And he was the man, no matter how benevolent he was, how many people did he order to be killed? Right. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Clint Eastwood. That's gun culture.
Right.
That's where the gun slinging culture comes from. And the rappers or singers, they copycat that stuff. You watch cartoons, Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny. That's violent, yahi.
Yeah.
They pull out big guns, blow people up.
Right.
So whether it's a movie that you're seeing or a rap song, know for sure at the end of the day, those actors are going home to their comfortable warm beds. And 9 out of 10 rappers that you see on television, 9 out of 10, they're not gangsters. As we say, you don't have a real bone in your body. You've never been through no hardship, that stuff you rap about is just lies. So at the end of the day, they go home to their comfortable lifestyle. You imitating them, trying to be like them, seeking love, seeking acceptance, seeking respect, seeking status. When that bullet ripped through your body, then what?
It reminds me of something. I remember watching it was called a Teenagers Q&A that was happening at Green Lane, and there was teenagers and there was parents there, and somebody asked the teacher, they said, what's one of the biggest things that you fear for the teenagers in the West? And here's me thinking he's going to say something along the lines of, pornography, music, the fitna of kind of like in schools right now, everything that they're teaching. And his answer blew me away. He said, the thing I fear the most for the teenagers is the movies. And he said that there's movies out there, like, for example, Harry Potter, where they glorifying magic, and also horror movies. And he said what he said is that the thing that worries me about the horror movies is that it's almost like building you to become scared of the shaitan. And even if you're the type of person who was to say, I don't get scared of horror movies, you'll notice that after 1, 2, 3 or 4, eventually you'll just hear a sound and you'll look back and you're building this fear for the shaitan. So that really shook me itself. Kind of what you
subconsciously, yeah. I mean, it's a reality. I just did a khutbah a couple weeks ago about Halloween and about the history of Halloween that most people don't know, that it is a religious holiday. And the point is that I was trying to tell the people one of the worst problems with Halloween, you just mentioned a major point, is the horror culture. It gets you to be afraid of jinn and sihr and magic, and people forget about death and they think that it's a joke in a game. So movies, music, culture, whatever the case may be, the Muslim has an identity, and the Muslim is to stick to that identity, and everything that the human being needs and wants can be found in Islam and can be found in wholesome living. You want love, you want respect, you want acceptance. There's no better place than in the masjid with your brothers, and what you meet people from different backgrounds, me and you. How do we come across each other? I don't know you, you don't know me, but something brought us together. Right. I have respect, love, etc. So you don't need it in the streets or in the music culture or in the movie culture. You don't need it. You can get all of that in Islam. And better, and most important, you don't got to look over your back.
Yeah.
There's no guilt. You sleep good at the end of the night as a Muslim because you don't cheat people. You don't rob people. You're not sleeping with someone's daughter or wife or girlfriend. So I think that people, if they are going to look at gangsters or gangster culture or movies or horror culture, whatever, you got to look at those actors, how many pills they take,
SubhanAllah,
how much makeup is on their faces, how much surgery they get done, how many people they cheated and robbed and stole from, and how they got to keep looking out their rearview mirror. Peace of mind. How much money is spent on psychologists and shrinks every day. Muslims, do you want to live like that? Okay, you got money, you got respect, you got this, but how many people did you oppress to get that?
SubhanAllah.
Okay, how much responsibility and consequence is going to catch up to you?
Right.
So I think you got to look at the reality of life. And last but not least, I think a big part of the problem is the parents,
Right.
and the older brothers. The young guys, they shouldn't be on the street if you did your job the right way. If you took care of them, you give them respect and love and make them feel wanted and appreciated in the masjid. You go to some masjids, they push the youth away. Whether it's the roles, whether it's classes, whether it's political fighting for the power of the masjid, who runs the masjid, you guys are too ambitious, get out of here. And then when something happens, someone's killed, someone gets a tattoo on his neck or his face, he has a girlfriend, he has illegitimate children, then they say, oh, we've lost our youth, the whole generation is lost. No, you lost that generation. So it's a responsibility for everybody. And most importantly is never ever to forget that a Muslim lives a real life. That life on television isn't real.
It's not real life.
No, it's not real life.